eventually be forthcoming from the Auditor General. The Green Party has requested a value for money audit from the AG based on City News' reporting. The Office of the Auditor General tells me that it's now considering what it says is, quote, all the information available to determine whether we look into these matters as part of our audit selection process. What we do know is that it could take months.
Pearson's place now.
I said it as I went by.
Sorry?
I said it as I went by, jet lines.
Yeah, jet lines. Never heard of it. I have to look that up. We're staying on local roads today.
Around 5659
from Rexway,
very chilly day here in the GTA, with a guaranteed high of -8. Our weather specialist Denise Andriotti
over to
says it's
Kipling,
gonna feel a
down
lot
Kipling
colder than that.
to Lakeshore into Toronto.
Today we'll have a wind chill near -15 this afternoon, but we're starting to turn a corner towards the end of the weekend, and this cold snap is shifting gears. We will
It's about -15 right now.
By Monday, and temperatures are going to be
feels like -22 if you're interested in
will reach 0 degrees by Monday,
how cold it gets in January.
Tuesday, we could see up to 10 centimeters with the possibility of mixed precipitation in some parts of the GTA.
Overseas, an Israeli airstrike on Syria's capital has reportedly killed several people. Syrian and Iranian state media say that an Israeli airstrike destroyed a building.
The GO station on our right for the stops at the International Centre, part of that Georgetown Kitchener line that goes all the way out to London. Over Airport Road. Entering the town of Malton. right-hand side at the 427 in Rexdale is the casino and racetrack. We were at that casino about 2 months ago. It wasn't quite finished yet. Very large. And you had to walk a long distance from the parking lot to get into the casino. I think they've finished all of that now.
And the collectors, maintenance crews have wrapped up, moved on. Northbound on the 427 at Finch, we've got construction in the HOV lane. And having a copy that. And heading for Erie bound,
Went to an auction in that apartment building. You buy it online, sight unseen, and then you're given a specific time to go there to pick up and order it.
over the next few hours, and that's going to create some whiteout conditions, and then north of the GTA as well. Just some small activity here.
I remember there's a fairground
but
in there.
there's nothing too impactful that we're expecting. However, any sort of winter weather, you want to adjust your driving. Temperatures are frigid. It feels right now like minus 21 at Pearson. We're sitting at minus 15. The guaranteed high minus 8. City News Time, 9:43. While the brutal cold and inclement weather continues to sweep across parts of the U.S., the frigid air spills into the Midwest from our side.
The bus is broken down.
States have been under advisories. ABC's Ed Wynn has more icy conditions persisting through the weekend. Millions of people and several states feel that snow across the country. At least 65 deaths are now blamed on the extreme weather this week.
Highway 27.
Were expected overnight, though conditions are set to improve in the afternoon.
Albert Einstein said, "Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler." At Ergocentric, we agree. Our office chairs are fully adjustable, so they can be customized for a perfect fit.
Is that another
Chairs
one?
with fewer adjustments simply can't be adjusted to fit you.
Another ambulance headed this way.
Visit ergocentric.com or our showrooms at the King Edward Hotel and Square One Shopping Center. Ergocentric, the science of sitting.
Welcome aboard this Air Force radio message. Until February the 6th, enjoy fares at the very best prices during the Air Force Rendezvous and benefit from our 90 years of experience of in-flight fine dining, design and comfort. Our very best 90th anniversary fares have just landed. Book your flight to Malaga starting at $870 a pair. Travel from January 24th to June 22nd or from September 18th to October 31st, 2024. See conditions at airforce.ca.
Toronto's news. Now, this is City News 680.
You see that guy go straight through.
Right now in downtown Toronto, still
He was
well
blocking
in
the
the
fire
minus
engine. He
temperatures.
should have
It's
been
minus 14 with a wind chill of minus 24.
leaving the lane clear anyway already.
Territorioni with the top stories this hour. The Lakeshore is closed in both directions from Parliament to the Dawn Roadway after a car drove into the water at the heating shed. No word yet if anyone was injured. Police are on scene of a shooting in First Mass Hill near Scarborough. A man in hospital with serious injuries and future.
The guy behind us was an idiot. If he'd been indicating, he might have moved forward for him to get by.
Including
off the Pacers 118-115, while Kitchener to Mulberry scored 35. The Nuggets upset the Celtics 102-100, handing Boston their first loss at home this season. Raptors get set to visit the Knicks at Madison Square Garden tonight. Tim Lugo at
There's no one without persuasion likes that breakfast. But now, that nationality have their own breakfast at home.
Sometimes I like it.
Practically no protein in that breakfast.
Depends on you eat.
Depends what they offer. And there ain't no protein in that breakfast.
Chicken's not.
We don't do chicken for breakfast.
Yes, you can.
They don't offer chicken for breakfast when they do breakfast.
We don't know. Been there.
You couldn't have gone there, they don't do breakfast.
You eat chicken for breakfast.
Yeah, but I'm weird.
What?
Yeah, but I'm weird.
You eat chicken for breakfast this morning?
Must have gone past the other way.
Drivers in Toronto spend more time in traffic than any other city in North America, according to a recent study by GPS company TomTom.
Now you're going to turn right.
Yep.
And Toronto ranks third for traffic congestion. The study analyzed data from 600 million in-car navigation systems and tracked travel times by distance, average speed, and interval.
Yeah, but it didn't look like it was open as a restaurant.
The only city in North America to rank in the top 10. London, England has the worst traffic, followed by Dublin. The data shows that drivers in Toronto take about 29 minutes to travel 10 kilometers and lose 98 hours a year to traffic congestion. With the Road Ready Report, I'm Tim Demopoulos.
Coming up next, traffic and weather together on the lens. It's 9:50. The perfect winter. Cozy mornings, spa days, and unwinding in your comfort zone. Discover everything you need to refresh and recharge at the TSC White Sale. Save up to 50% on bath and bedding from top brands like Home Sweet, Silk & Snow, Housepedic, and more. With extra savings popping up all month. Sheets, mattresses, towels, and more. It's all at the White Sale.
Is it next month?
No. It's the next one.
So they've got the kiosks at the back of the store, which means you have to walk all the way through the store to get there. They just said they have a kiosk at the back of the store. That means you have to walk all the way through the store.
Of course. They want you to try and maybe buy something.
To do a government function.
Yeah.
I think that's not right there, dudes.
Loblaws is rolling it back. Following intense pushback from the grocery chain decided to reinstate the half-off sale, noting it will be back at all locations nationwide within a few days. The NDP House
That was
leader
closing down, everything must go.
news that the Competition Bureau
Grand
needs
reopening.
to finally step in and investigate, adding that to raise prices on expiring foods at this critical fiscal time for so many Canadians is simply cruel.
Do you remember 20 years ago? There was those stores that were always closing down in the mall that never needed. That's why they made it illegal.
The protest is a sign of their increasing frustration that his government still hasn't secured the release of more than 100 captives.
Now we're back on Kipling. We just made a switched to a vitamin shop over there just to pick up some vitamins. Now we're headed down on Kipling all the way down to Lakeshore. It's a very fine snow right now. It's falling. Very hard to see. Several bottles.
I know.
I think they're no. You don't know what I'm going to say now. I won't use them.
Why?
Because they're starting to deteriorate inside the bottle. It's starting to solidify.
They're just separating. I said, yeah, my brother's your biggest company, and he said, my biggest customer, your biggest customer, I think. And I buy them, he uses them.
Yeah, not the small ones. Yeah.
I wonder why you're not using the small ones. What's he get?
A message from Beer Canada. Stop the 5% beer tax hike on April 1st.
You sure that wasn't a coincidence?
Come on, Ottawa.
No, I don't think so.
Freeze the beer tax. Let's save our beer.
I stopped using them, but it hasn't happened since.
I've been thinking about going back to using them. I've got that 2-litre plastic carafe thingy.
Okay, so right now the Lakeshore remains shut down both ways between Parliament and Dawn Roadway for a police investigation. So if you're going eastbound on the Lakeshore, head northbound on Yonge or Jarvis. Don't use Sherburne. Sherburne's closed anyway for construction. So you've got Yonge and Jarvis that will
so
take you
there it says Widdicombe Hill, the Squire's Apartments.
Westbound on the Lakeshore,
so I'm reading the Squire's Apartments, and my corner of my eye is reading Hill. So it turned it into the Squirrel Apartments.
I know it's very, very frustrating when things are really backed up. People are trying to get home and they can't because of this closure.
My brain saw the hill, the L's on the
northbound Yonge, north of Finch, they've got it down to a single lane because of crane hoisting. In the opposite direction, southbound Yonge, south of Shepherd, also down to a single lane for crane hoisting.
Ever do that?
Crane hoisting lasts under a day or 2 days, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And northbound 427 at Finch, problems around the construction has cleared from the HOA lane to all one lane.
That was Eglinton we just crossed over.
7 till 6. Oh, Monday to Friday.
Oh, this is quite the raceway on a Monday to Friday. I'll tell you that.
From February 1st to 3rd, catch the action at the Rogers NHL All-Star Game at Scotiabank Arena. It begins with NHL All-Star Thursdays via PWHL 3-on-3 Showcase and the NHL All-Star Player Draft. On Friday night, it's showtime at the NHL All-Star Skills Competition. Then on Saturday, the League's Best takes center stage at the Rogers NHL All-Star Game.
Oh, that's a quick light change, eh?
Enter for your chance to win tickets by listening to Real Chipper and More until January 26th. Details at sportsnet.ca.
We're going to go east along Lakeshore.
Yep. Lucky we'll see some street cars. That'll be good.
Or give me a few minutes to see if it is a quickie and I'll come with you.
If what?
Give me a few minutes to see if it is a quickie. Pretty sure I just have to change one thing in the setup menu on one of the DVRs. My theory is correct, I'll be like 5 minutes. Or 10 at the most. Last time I had to wait 5 minutes for it to come back.
You're not going like 5 minutes now.
I know. I was going to get you to drive through that park to have a look at the water. Potential fishing spot. Afterwards, we drive along Lakeshore. You can show people all the different parks around the
Texas town. Baltimore 9.5-point favorite. Kickoff goes at 4:30. At 8:15, the 49ers welcome the Packers. And Daniil Medvedev defeated Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime in straight sets. He's on to the round of 16. While Linda Noskova took out the world number 1 Iga Świątek on the women's side. Sports at 15:45, past every hour, anytime at sportsnet.ca. Albert Einstein said, "Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler." At Ergocentric, we agree. Our office chairs are fully adjustable, so they can be customized for a perfect fit. Chairs with fewer adjustments simply can't be adjusted to fit you. To learn more, visit ergocentric.com or our showrooms at the King Edward Hotel and Square One Shopping Center. Ergocentric, the science of sitting.
TTC station out of Kipling. Therefore, we must have many apartment buildings.
Just look at the electrical stuff there.
Power station.
The new charge was filed yesterday.
This indictment charges him with involuntary manslaughter, negligent use of a firearm, or in the alternative, without due caution or circumspection. If found guilty, Baldwin can only be convicted of one of these charges.
Baldwin was pointing a gun at Helena Hutchins during a rehearsal when the gun went off, killing her and wounding director Joel Souza. A new analysis of the gun opened the way for prosecutors to reboot the case. City News Time 10:19, U.S. President Joe Biden says Democrats are closer to reaching a bipartisan deal with Republicans on tighter border security and funding for Ukraine, but former President Donald Trump could scuttle the deal.
Senate negotiators are closing in on the details of an agreement on stricter
If they don't want him to.
Republican support for Ukraine aid, something President Biden's been pushing for.
So you hear that Russians hit deep inside. Was hit deep inside the petroleum processing plant. Instead of being on the border or just over the border, well inside. Now try telling your people that you're not a war.
And rejected a previous bipartisan attempt to address border security. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Coming up in just 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones. City News Time 10:20.
They need to hit their hydro.
We just want to tell you, you've got this. Yes, you've been working
Yeah, but those
so
gas
hard.
processing stations make a very good fire. Ontario Power.
Together on the ones, here's Colette Desjardins.
Oh, I gotta get some gas.
Thanks, and this report brought to you by the Toronto International Boat Show. The Lakeshore remains shut down both ways. This is between Parliament and Don Roadway, closed for a police investigation. So if you're on the eastbound Lakeshore, you can head north on Young or Jarvis, head to front.
Yes, I remember.
And then if you're on the westbound Lakeshore, you can head northbound on Carla to Eastern Avenue and use Front and Eastern Avenue, which are the same road. It just changes at Cherry. But you can use that as your east-west alternate. But I will tell you, it's starting to really fill in. So you might even want to go to Queen rather than take Eastern or Front or even King.
Snappy tray for dinner tonight.
That's about all we got. We got no veggies.
Onions, beets, pick stuff up on the way home as well. Green onions, there you go.
As you make your way to your destination, also northbound Young, north of Finch, is down to a single lane. Slow through there because of crane hoisting, and southbound Young, south of Shepherd, also down to a single lane because of the same thing, crane hoisting. It's North America's largest indoor boat show. We are summer. Are you ready? On now through Sunday, January 28th at the Anacare Center. Visit TorontoBoatShow.com. Your next report, 10:31. Let's get the forecast.
All this week.
Mostly cloudy conditions. There are some scattered flurries and pockets of light snow. Pearson, we have some light snow. It's kind of been on and off there for about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at minus 14, feeling like minus 20. There is more
just sitting there
substantial
all on its
wintry
own.
weather happening, though, in southern Ontario. So once you head north of the GTA
It
or
must be a great
southwest,
view, but
you're going to
it's
encounter
scary
more
out there.
squall activity. It's really isolated today, but there are some whiteout conditions out there. So please be cautious. And then, of course, as Colette mentioned, a bit of active weather here at times as well. Kind of hit and miss.
Here we are, Kipling in the Queensway, and then coming up is the QEW. Your left, go down to downtown Toronto. Right, you go to
Temperatures are also
Lakeshore,
high near -3. Still cold, but not as cold.
turn right
And
to
then
go
by
to
Monday,
Niagara
we're near
Falls.
0. Our guaranteed high today, -8.
and also back up to the airport.
Picture this. A snowy morning.
And Mississauga,
Driveway used to be.
Oakville, Burlington.
Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive cruising by.
We're continuing south, Kipling to Lakeshore.
Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina has endorsed Donald Trump ahead of next week's New Hampshire primary. ABC's Melissa Adon is in Manchester, New Hampshire with the latest.
Just 3 days before the New Hampshire primary, former President Donald Trump dealing a major blow to Nikki Haley, picking up a key endorsement from one-time rival GOP presidential candidate and U.S. Senator Tim Scott. It's a big blow. No, Haley had wanted Scott's endorsement when she was South Carolina governor. She first appointed him to his seat.
It's now constructed. The framework
There's another factory unit.
or warehouse. Pizza jacket circa 1990 is worth anything.
Conditions apply.
Pizza Jack.
Yeah.
I'm Phil Martino. Bevies is a new bottle shop in Toronto that's dedicated to selling non-alcoholic and alternative drink products. It's the brainchild of Christian Villamarin, who says as a 3-time Ironman triathlete and a tech entrepreneur, he has long understood the importance of living a healthy and balanced lifestyle.
When I really got inspired to open up the bottle shop was last year when I was heading to a ski trip in Blue Mountain, and I needed, everyone was doing dry January, we needed to pick up some alcoholic products, and when we got to the LCO, it was a really hard time to find
No space in there. Tight.
different direction. And as someone that has been drinking no alcoholic drinks, I found that this whole experience shopping for non-alcoholic products are tricky because you go to a coffee shop, sometimes it's a hit or miss, they have a good product, you go back again, they don't have it, and then if you do it online, you have to then wait, pay a high delivery fee and wait up to a week to get your product delivered.
He says he knew the experience for the buyer
Let's see
So
where they
if
go
we're going to a break tonight, the product should be cold and
work
ready to
on
go.
special
and
stuff.
That's what I'm going to build with Bevies.
Villamarin opened Bevies in Toronto's Kensington Market area at the beginning
When you've
of
got
the
new
year.
juniors coming up and they need to be made ready for the NHL, that's where they go. You sure as hell can't do it down south.
I mean, I think when it comes to building a business, you know, you're going to have your hypothesis, be surrounded by a good group of investors, advisors, mentors. Like, I didn't just
Lakeshore's coming up short, isn't it?
I spent a lot of time doing
Second
market
traffic light.
research, connecting with people in the food industry, the restaurant industry, and retail industry to ask questions about, like, hey, what are the things that I need to do right in order for this business to succeed?
Christian Villamarin is the founder and owner of Bevies in Toronto. At the City News Business Center, I'm Phil Martino. Zankin Automotive Group is proud to announce Mercedes-Benz Toronto Queensway, opening this February. Experience a 135,000 square foot showroom and service area with 35 service bays and cutting-edge architecture, all designed to offer personalized immersive experience. The first Mercedes AMG brand center in Canada.
part of this part of Lakeshore. The streets running off of it are conveniently just numbered, so 12 all the way down. When I first came to Canada, one time I lived at 5th. Worked at 6th. Was happy.
We will have some periods of active weather next week. It's not an overly active weather pattern, but Tuesday and Friday are standing out.
She adds that Monday we will have a high of 0, but feeling like -6 with the wind chill, and we could see up to 10 centimeters of snowfall on Tuesday.
City News Time 1038. Former U.S. President Donald Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley are each banking on a strong showing at next week's New Hampshire Republican primary. ABC's Melissa Adon reports.
Haley appealing to New Hampshire voters in her final few chances to keep her campaign alive. Our best days are yet to come. Nikki Haley several campaign events today here in New Hampshire, while Trump is expected to make the mark tonight.
veterans.gc.ca/mental health or call 1-866-522-2122. A message from the Government of Canada.
next week. But this means we're going to see more than just snow. When precip moves through the region next week, we're going to probably see different types because those temperatures will fluctuate above zero. Our guaranteed high for today, -8.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Mississauga Hyundai. Visit Navadia's 3 Hyundai Superstores during the I Love Winter Sale. Unbeatable deals and the warmth of Hyundai await you. Looking for a Hyundai? I'm your guy. Visit NavBadiasHyundai.com. Make sure that your business documents are for your recipient's eyes and no one else's. Trust Record Express for industry-leading standards in secure storage, scanning, and shredding. With fast, same-day service, flexible contract terms, and all the support you need to safeguard your confidential information. Visit recordexpress.ca today for document storage and shredding special offers. That's Record, XPRESS.ca. Record Express. Store, scan, shred Canadian. Weather is always changing.
Now more than ever.
Listen 3, 4, 5 times a day.
This is City News 680.
Everywhere.
Layoffs are hitting the retail world, especially ours this week. Online furniture seller Wayfair is cutting about 1,650 jobs, which will impact about 50 Canadians. Wayfair announcing it's preparing to lay off at least 13% of its global workforce. And the publisher of the iconic Sports Illustrated magazine saying that most of its staff will be let go. The union calling it a very difficult day for its members. Just after Macy's announcement earlier this week, the company laying off about 3.5% of its total headcount, roughly 2,300 employees. The iconic department store also closing 5 locations. In recent months, layoffs have been announced at Google, Amazon, and LinkedIn. Like the news, or the fake news. The new girl at work, her old boyfriend's new girlfriend. All that changed when she traveled south with Andrew Scott. It's the comeback stage drama. Book now, get up to 20% off on flights outbound. Visit airtransat.com, conditions apply. Air Transat, travel closer.
Want to win big? Want sports betting skills and knowledge? Want to become a parlay king? Enroll in Gambling School today. Call 1-855-WIN-101. Gambling School isn't real. Know how to study can guarantee a win. Learn more at gamblingsrandom.ca. A message from the Responsible Gambling Council. Unlike Apple, 2023 was one of the slowest years for real estate in many Canadian markets. But a bump in activity in December could be a signal for a real estate rally this year. The bank can prepare for interest rate decision this coming week. Karen Yulevsky is the chief operating officer at Royal Bay Real Estate.
It's really interesting what we saw in terms of December being so much busier than November, although not entirely unexpected given what we've seen in the market the last couple months, mainly the price levels moved, along with interest rates going down, and then also the bond market did us a bit of a favor and we saw that fixed interest rates went down.
Yulevsky says that buyers are hesitant to make a deal right now until they see that real estate prices won't be cheaper tomorrow.
What we're seeing is that people, particularly first-time buyers, they want to pay more today for what's going to be less expensive tomorrow. So they've been really waiting, and all signs are pointing to sales activity picking up, people coming off the sidelines as we move into 2024, driven by an uptick
This,
in consumer
pathway
sentiment
here,
and driven by the fact that interest rates are likely
bikeway,
going to
pathway,
come down a little bit, and when they come down,
goes quite a
more
distance
competition is going to come out
to
and into the
downtown.
market, and people want to be buying homes with less
Very busy in
competition.
the summer.
Bank of Canada likely signaling interest rates to hold steady for the next while. Should buyers be looking at a variable rate mortgage and then lock in once rates start to fall?
And we always encourage people to work with a professional to understand, one, what they can afford, and two, what the best product is for them. But it's not so much that people are anticipating rates to bottom out like we saw before, but they are expecting some of the heat to come off the rates for them to get a bit more affordable and manageable. And pricing has leveled out in addition to those rates coming down a bit.
That's Karen Yulevsky, Chief Operating Officer, Royal Bay Real Estate. That's the City News Business Center. I'm Mike Up. Business is brought to you by Scotia iTrade.
Scotia iTrade is the stuff investors' dreams are made of. It's got everything you need to direct
Connect Invest in one place. With a mobile app offering quick access to real-time market research, personalized alerts, and more, you'll never snooze and lose on a market movement again. And for a limited time, new clients can get up to $4,000 and $4.99 stock and ETF pricing. For full terms and conditions, visit Scotia.
You can see the mark on the right continues on all the way into Toronto.
Sharing across all you can eat crepe festivals. 1 crepe is $10. 5 crepes, $10. 10 crepes? Anyone? Also $10. Are we good? We're good. Also available on plate crepes until February 11th. Only in restaurant decor on breakfast and lunch. Shelter furniture liquidation sale is on now, and Boxing Day deals have been extended. Take an additional 25% off everything store-wide. Limited time offer. Shelter furniture, 885 Caledonia Road in the Caledonia Design District.
Did you know your
And that's as far as we're going into Toronto today.
any other major grocery stores? We price check thousands of items, so you don't have to. Walmart. Save money. Live better. City News Time, 11 o'clock.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680 everywhere. Good morning. It's Saturday, January 20th. I'm Brajesh Dave.
I'm Sarah Carioni. Here's what's making news right now.
Emergency crews are still on scene in the Portlands after a car broke through the ice this morning. There are road closures for the ongoing investigation.
The City of Toronto is continuing to hold town halls to gauge the public's take on a proposed property tax increase. We've got reaction on the potential 10.5% jump.
The Toronto police have made 2 early morning arrests following a shooting in Scarborough. One man has serious injuries and has been taken to a trauma center.
Waves get set to clash with the Canucks in Vancouver tonight. Raptors visit MSG to meet the Knicks, and the divisional round of the NFL playoffs kicking off today. Sports at 15.
And coming up in business, the City of Toronto is dealing with a budget shortfall, and you'll hear from a real estate expert commenting on the proposed property tax hikes to fill the gap.
City News Time, 11:01.
Traffic weather together on the one. Here's Colette Desjardins.
Thanks, and this report is brought to you by TSC. Right now, if you're traveling on the Lakeshore, it remains shut down both ways between Parliament and Don Roadway for police investigation. So some alternates for you. If you're headed eastbound on the Lakeshore, you can take Younger Jarvis up to Front, King or Queen. Or if you're headed westbound on the Lakeshore, head up northbound on Carla up to Eastern Avenue, even Queen as well.
In front of us is High Park.
404 Don Valley Parkway. It's a busy one, and actually I think I'm seeing a lane block. So this is southbound on the 404 Don Valley Parkway. It's just about Lawrence where I'm seeing this problem. The left lane is blocked, so the backup is from Shepherd as a result. And if you're headed northbound on the Don Valley Parkway, well, that's slowing down